Hello and welcome back to Dylan's Triathlon Journal. So today I'm going to be bringing you through my first 2 weeks of training in 2022, as well as describing some unfortunate events that happened last week. So before we begin, I wanted to give you a little bit of a lowdown on what my weeks typically look like. So I'll train 6 out of 7 days in the week, and I'll take 1 day off. Now this day off is typically for me either on Wednesday or Thursday, just because that's kind of how my schedule lines up. And on that day off, I typically don't do much of anything. Now on the other 6 days of the week, I will do typically 1 or 2 activities, so like running and swimming or biking and running, such and such throughout those 6 days. As well as all those 6 days, I do some kind of strength work. Now, this isn't always lifting heavy weights, but this could be anything from mobility to footwork to, there's really a whole slew of things I could do in those sessions. So as I go through my weeks, I'll describe to you kind of what types of sessions I did, as well as I'll show you some footage of the different types of sessions. So let's get into this first week of training. That was the first full week in January. To start this week off, on Monday, I did a swim as well as a mobility session. On Tuesday, I did another swim as well as an aqua jog. If you're not familiar, aqua jogging is basically just running in the water. Now, what you do is you go to the deep end of the pool, you put a little flotation device around your waist, and you move your arms and you move your legs as if you are actually running. Now, the benefits of aqua jogging is that it takes all the pounding and the pressure off of your legs and feet. And since I've been dealing with a little bit of a foot injury still, I've been aqua jogging to still get the fitness of running, but without the pounding. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any video footage of that this week, but I'm hoping to get some next week. Tuesday, I also did a strength session. Now, in this session, I was lifting a little bit more heavy weights, right? And this is to help gain muscle, gain strength in the off season. This week, Wednesday was my day off, so I just enjoyed the day of not doing too much. On Thursday, I had a 2-hour bike session, and now since it's been getting pretty cold up here, I typically do my bike sessions downstairs in my basement on my bike trainer. Whenever I do these sessions on the bike trainer, I typically will have my computer, and I'll either be using Zwift, which if you don't know, it's like an online biking community. It basically shows you some routes and trails, and it connects to your trainer so that like when you're going uphill on the computer, it makes it harder on your bike trainer, which is pretty cool. And then if I'm not using Zwift and I'm just doing like a workout, I'll either put music or like watch something on TV or YouTube, just to keep your mind entertained since you're not actually moving anywhere. As you can see here, this is some footage of that session. You can see that my bike is hooked up to the trainer and I've got my setup up on top of the table. After the bike session, I did a little mobility work, a little recovery work off of the bike. On Friday, I did another swim and another aqua jog. Again, it's pretty convenient to have the swims and the aqua jogs kind of like back to back since you're already at the pool. You don't have to like go back home and come back in. Both of these went pretty well, but I wanted to highlight the swim today. Something that I've been working on is maintaining a certain pace over longer distances, right? So I can swim like 100, and like not going like all out. I can swim like comfortably at 105, right? But as soon as I go up to like a 200 or a 300 or a 400, I have to slow down, right? I can't keep that like 105 pace. So something that I've been working on is keeping a 105 pace or keeping a faster pace for a longer period of time. So in this session today, I was doing 400s, right? And in these 400s, I was trying to maintain a quicker pace, not necessarily 105. That's pretty fast. That'd be awesome to be able to swim, but I'm not quite there yet. My goal is to maintain a strong pace so that I could repeat after a minute rest and still feel good. And I did feel really good today. I did a total of 6 repeats. 2 of them I used a pool buoy, which basically you don't kick with your legs. 2 of them I just swam, no tools. And then the last 2 I used paddles, right? So basically how it'll go is that with a pool buoy, you'll go a little bit slower. When you just swim, you'll go a little bit quicker. And with paddles, you'll go your fastest. So basically, you should have seen a little bit of an increase or decrease in time, however you want to look at that. You're going faster as you go throughout the reps. My goal was to be under 5 minutes for each one, which I was able to accomplish. With the pool buoy, I was able to go 4:56. Then I went 4:52 with the pool buoy the second time. Just swimming, I was able to go 4:48 and then 4:46. And finally, with the paddles, I was able to go 4:44 and 4:42. So as you can see, there was a steady decrease in my time, which meant that I was going a little bit faster each time. And I felt very strong after all of those. It wasn't like I was going all out. I still had energy left over. So that was just a workout that I felt really good in. The last thing I did that day was another strength session. So this was another time I used some heavier weights. On Saturday, I had an easy aerobic bike ride. This one was pretty good. I did it on Zwift. Nothing too special about it. Afterwards, I did a strength workout, again, using a little bit heavy weights. The strength workout that I recorded this week was on Sunday. I did a yoga session, and here's just a little video clip of that. Again, the strength sessions could either be heavy weights or it could be stretching. It could be really anything as long as you're just keeping that body moving. As you can see, I'm following someone on the screen, and I felt really refreshed after this. The other thing I was supposed to do on Sunday was going to be another Aqua Jog, but unfortunately I got a call from a coworker and they tested positive for COVID, so I had to go get tested and all this stuff, and this is kind of what set my next week a little askew. Now, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details, but basically I wasn't able to leave the house all week this week, which meant that I wasn't able to go to the pool, which meant I couldn't swim or Aqua Jog. So I was basically limited to the bike and a little bit of strength work all week. There weren't many highlights this week, mostly just sessions down the trainer on my bike. There was one strength session that went really well. That was actually yesterday. Probably one of the hardest strength lifting sessions I've had in a while. So I was feeling good after that and a little bit sore today. Other than that, I'm really looking forward to getting back into the swing of things this next coming week. I'll be able to go back to the pool, get my swimming in. I think this hopefully will be one of my last weeks of aqua jogging because I'm really hoping to start running very, very soon. This is also one of the reasons I want to do this journal in the first place because it allows me to get greater appreciation out of my week. This past week definitely sucked. I mean, it sucks not being able to go swimming. It sucks not being able to go aqua jogging. But it gives you a greater appreciation for when you can do it, right? I'm very much looking forward to this week when I will be able to go back to the pool, when I will be able to go back and aqua jog and swim. So I'll be much more grateful instead of looking at it like, another swim today, So it just gives that little bit of greater gratitude when you go to the pool. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this week. If you have any questions for me, you can leave those down in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I very much appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Bye.